Uh, was it really my fault or was it your fault? Hello Aromas, this is Aromie here and welcome back to Peachleaf Valley. We are here. Just got off the phone with my landlord getting kicked out. Gotta calm down a little bit. I forgot in the last episode to mention that this game will be released estimated spring 2022. So it's gonna be a while until we see this game be developed, but we're already in summer 2021, so it's not that much long of a wait because there's gonna be other games coming out. I will definitely be excited for this one for sure though. But hell, at least I'll have a rent-free place to stay by Monday. Exactly, you know. Go to jail. Just as I attempt to calm myself by heaving a few deep breaths, my stomach lets out a disturbed growl. I rub my belly as I glance at the time. Ugh, and to top it all off, I haven't even been eating properly trying to meet that stupid deadline. What was it even for in the first place? Maybe I should just grab some fast food, go home, and try to plan out how exactly I'm going to survive the next 72 hours. I almost died. Is this okay, drama? As I barely take a step forward, a speeding car honks angrily at me, causing me to quickly tumble backwards in an attempt to dodge it. An angry-looking man lowers down his window as he flashes me the finger.
Hey, what the hell? Watch where you're going, lady!
Was it really my fault or was it your fault? That's my line, you jerk. Where'd you learn to drive? I love my girl. I can't help but let out a shaky breath as I watch the driver flip me off again before angrily taking off. I look down to catch a sight of myself on the floor, now with a few bleeding scratches adorning my hands and knees. I glance up to see people passing by left and right, but no one bothers to help me. Not so much as even spare me a glance. As I look up at the looming buildings on both sides of me, I can't tell what suddenly feels colder. The concrete of the floor or the hearts of the people in this city. It sounds like New York from the accent and everything, but it doesn't look like New York. I let out what feels like the millionth sigh of the day as I wrap my arms around my frame from the chilly night air that's begun to settle. As my apartment complex finally comes into view, I can't help but stop in place. Home sweet home, huh? Well, not for much longer anyways. As I reach for my keys, I catch sight of a wooden sign that seems oddly out of place, resting against a streetlight next to mine. Semi-annual farmers market, last sunrise to sundown, today only. I raise an eyebrow in the direction the sign points as I tilt my head towards the entrance of a nearby park. Farmers market. I didn't even know those happened in this kind of city, but maybe they'll have something cheap and good that I can grab for lunch tomorrow. Just about anything's better than that nasty burger I had for dinner. Ugh. Was it not a good burger? With newfound interest, I decided to make my way towards the park. Man, props to the farmers market for still being out here. As I walk into the park, the realization of what time it is hits me as I watch people finish moving large tents of baskets into the trucks. I was gonna say there's no way they're still out here. Damn, I missed it. I didn't realize how late it already gotten. That sign was probably put up way earlier today, huh? Yay, more expired ramen for lunch it is. What a menu. Deciding to at least walk off the 90% grease, 10% burger I grabbed for dinner, I stroll down the venue and spot various folks still packing. The rustic and humble looking stalls of fruits and vegetables being sold grab my attention, but what intrigues me more is the people packing them. I watch as these vendors, most of whom are dressed in simple worn clothes and mismatching colors, laugh and joke amongst each other. Many are covered in sweat and dirt from a hard day's work, but the look on their faces is what really captures my attention. Why do they look so happy? Despite the visible weariness of the day, almost every face I could spot is graced by an expression of utmost joy. As they chat amongst each other and continue packing, one would assume that perhaps they had the best sales day of their life, but the many carts of unsold fruits and vegetables in the back of several trucks dictates otherwise. They seem so genuinely happy. I can't help but feel a little jealous. Oh, Siri, I'm not talking to you. As I smile sadly and continue walking forward, I almost near the end of a long street. Suddenly, out of the corner of my eye, a big sign decorated with vibrant flowers catches my attention. Help wanted. Various positions open at Peachleaf Valley. Leave the city life behind and have a fresh new start in the countryside. I found my eyes transfixed on the words written before me. For some reason, I can't help but read the sign over and over again, almost as if waiting for the words to sink into me. Leave the city behind and have a fresh new start in the countryside. I can only blink blankly as I mumble the line aloud, but the sudden sound of approaching footsteps distracts me. I turn to look into the face of a short old man with a funny-looking mustache. The man shoots me a kind smile as he places a small crate of flowers down next to him before motioning towards a sign.
Evening there, missy. I'm afraid you're a bit late for the market.
Oh, I'm not here for the market, sir. Well, I originally was, but I'm here for a new, fresh start of life.
Seems you might have missed all the good deals, but, well, are you interested in hearing more about the valley by chance?
As if his question snaps me back into reality, I find myself instinctively shaking my head as I step back. Oh, no, sorry, I was just taking a look. I'll be going now.
Is that so? Well, all right then.
Have yourself a good night, young lady. Sorry, I forgot that it was not completely fully voice acted. I still had to finish their sentences. Oh, and here. It's so pretty. What kind of flower is this? It's so fucking pretty. I can't help but blink twice as the old man holds up a pretty flower to my face, the same type as the ones filling the crate next to him. I'm sorry, I don't really have any money on me, and...
Now.
Gifts aren't meant to be paid for, you know? At his warm words and cheerful expression, I can't help but smile shyly as I take the vibrant blooming flower from his hand. Thank you, it's very beautiful. Ain't it? Now go on and make sure to take an extra blanket to bed with ya. It's getting awfully chilly these nights around here.
Wouldn't want you catching the sniffles for fun.
I nod my head as he shoots me away before turning around to continue loading more crates into the back of a small truck. As I turn around and continue my stroll forward, an unappreciative smile forms on my lips. I bring the flower to my nose. A sweet, gentle scent fills my senses, and I can't help feel my smile grow. You know, that's probably the nicest conversation I've had in weeks. I secretly glance back at the old man as he waves over at another vendor while beaming a giant smile. The sign that I was previously so fixated on seems to glow as a beam of moonlight reflects off it. I look down at the small flower in my hand as I twirl it. Just leave everything behind and start a brand new life in a little valley town, huh? Even just thinking about it seems so crazy. Almost like it's not even real. I just can't imagine it. You can't even imagine it. My pace eventually slows down as I stop completely. A few moments pass before I hesitate to turn around to look at the sign again. No, it's beyond crazy. It's more like impossible. Even more for someone like me who's never left the city before. I mean, come on, let's be real. Am I crying? I wouldn't even last a day without proper Wi-Fi. I'd probably go insane or something. My thoughts oppose my actions and I find myself standing once again in front of the sign. So why? As I reach out a hand to touch the words in front of me, I can't help but feel tears begin... Okay, I was crying. Tears begin to prickle in my eyes, and as I trace the words fresh new start with my finger, I can feel my throat tighten. So why does something so ridiculous, so absolutely absurd, just sound like a dream to me right now? Why does a small act of kindness from a stranger have me feeling like this? Because, I mean, when you're that low in your life, the smallest things do really touch you and makes you think to take that, you know, adventurous step out of your comfort zone. And you're evicted. You lost your job. We have nothing here in the city because it doesn't seem like you have friends or family here. I think we should take the jump. I would have taken the jump. As long as this old man is gonna help me with, you know, find a house and stuff like that. All at once it feels as if the weight of it all has finally caught up to me. I feel a lump form in my throat as I desperately try to swallow the forming emotions inside of me. Honestly, I'm tired. I'm really, really tired. It seems nothing ever goes the way I hoped it will, and I don't really know what to do anymore. Somehow it feels everything I do is hopeless. I let out a shaky breath as I hear a pair of slow footsteps approach me. I don't even attempt to hide the tears welling in my eyes as I slowly look up to see the old man's face from before. He shoots me a warm, sympathetic smile as he points to the flower in my hand.
You know, where I'm from, that flower there is usually given to people who leave on a journey.
It's a way to hope for prosperous new beginnings wherever they might find themselves.
Some might lose their way, but...
The flower is meant to remind them that no matter where along the path they might be,
they can always start again.
That's really cute. It's a very cute symbolism. As I stare into the old man's eyes, I can't help but smile for only the second time today. His words resonate deeply within my heart. I gaze into the beautiful petals of the flower in my hand, and for a second, it almost feels like they themselves are cheering me on. I feel a gentle hand place itself on my shoulder and I look up once again.
What's your name, missy?
It's Michiko.
A fine name at that.
Thanks.
Now then, tell me, are you interested in hearing more about the valley?
Oh, hell yeah, what's this valley about?
It's never too late to start a brand new adventure, ain't it?
I chuckle as I wipe a few more stray tears from my eyes and nod my head resolutely. I am interested. Could you tell me more? Alright. Is this the end of the prologue and we're like chapter 2? It's incredible. Oh, chapter 2. My god, I skipped chapter 1. It's incredible how the decisions that have the power to change our lives completely seem to happen in the blink of an eye. And from those very decisions, the seeds of our futures sprout and bloom into the very lives set out before us.
Well, here we are. Welcome to the valley.
Alright, so his name's Earl. It fits him. I always see like Earl as a old man name. Sorry if your name's Earl and you're young right now, but don't worry, you're about to reach old man eventually.
Is what I'd originally say, but
Unfortunately, our destination lies just beyond this here trail of tricks, as I call it. I climb out of the passenger seat of Earl's truck as I look into a dense, steep mountain trail. Ooh, girl! I didn't know you had that much hair. I mean, I saw her hair before in the like picture of the game launch, but having her hair up for the longest just now, maybe I forgot she had long hair. Trail of tricks.
Yep, this one's a bugger.
For folks heading up into the valley, it gets real slippery due to the rain this time of year. However, for those crossing by foot, there's a short little forest path right through there that'll get you to the other side in less time than you can say moo. Will we be going by foot the rest of the way then? As much as I enjoy nature, I'd hate to leave my truck here to it, especially filled with all my flowers and veggies still on board.
Here's what we'll do.
You go on ahead through the path by foot, and I'll meet you out on the other side once I get this darn truck over this here trail. Sound alright? Are you sure you can get that truck up there by yourself, Earl? Earl lets out a roaring laugh as he places his hand on his small, thin waist before patting the back of his truck.
Oh, you bet!
Me and old Bessie here have been together for a lot tougher than this. I'll tell you that. It just gets to be a real bumpy ride up there, and I'd hate for you to get all green and goopery on me. Besides, get you warmed up for walking. You'll be doing lots of that where you're going. Sorry. I can't help but chuckle at Earl's positive demeanor shines through my worries. I nod my head and grab a small bag as I head towards the opening of the forest path he pointed out. Well then, I'll take your word for it. I'll head on through and see you in a bit.
It'll be a darn jiffy.
Make sure you stay on the path now, you hear? Can't be losing you in the forest on your move-in day. You see, I wouldn't know what to do with all your pink suitcases. They don't match my eyes one bit. Oh, my girl has pink suitcases too? Wow, we're so alike already. Earl earns another laugh out of me as we wave to each other before I walk through a small open path between several bushes. Alright, off on a little adventure I go. Hope no bears are out here. As I walk in through the dense shrubbery, I can make out a visible path heading towards an opening not too far away. I clutch my bag closer as I begin my trek while panning my head around to take in the sights. Wow, I don't think I've ever seen this much green before in my life. Even the air feels so different here. It feels so fresh. I mean, there's no pollution here. I walk forward a few more steps as I take in the emerald scenery around me. Trees, plants, and flowers, some of the likes I've never seen before, all seem to quietly bloom in place. I can hear the sounds of leaves rustling in the wind, as an incredibly calming sensation seems to reverberate through the entire area. This place feels so soothing, almost like it's... My inner monologue is interrupted as I unexpectedly bumped into something soft. We are not going to figure out what that something soft is. We're going to find that out in the next episode. So far, again, I am very into this game. I'm intrigued. They have captured my attention. I'm not getting bored yet. And it's definitely a different type of visual novel story that I'm used to. From city girl to country girl. This is going to be an entertaining ride to see all these characters. I hope I get to see all the main... Well, we're obviously going to see the main guys, right? And I don't know about the DLC, guys, if we're going to see them in the demo. But thank you guys for watching today's episode. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys in the next one.